Year 1, welcome to your Phonics home learning video for Wednesday the 24th of March. You all did super yesterday, a big well done to Poppy and to Summer. Your learning was great, and I know Elijah, you've been watching my videos too, and lots more of you, so keep up the good work everyone. I'm really impressed. Okay, make sure you've got your whiteboard and your whiteboard pen ready for our session today, and our sound of the day is the same as yesterday. Can you say our sound? W. Say it with me. W. I'm sure you'll be fantastic at it today with another practice. Okay then. Right, to start us off, we're going to revisit and recap some of the words we've been practicing at school. So I will say the word and you will say the word. So if I'm pointing at you, it's your turn, and then I'll point at me when it's my turn. Are you ready? Let's go. No. No. Go. Go. I hope you're joining in year 1. I. The. Two. Okay, so there were our 5 words. What I'd like you to do now is to write those words on your whiteboard. So I'm going to write them down too. So I'm going to start with no. So we've got no, no. On to two, two. So these are words we can't sound out. Okay, on to go, I, we'll make sure it's a capital I, and then we've got the, Okay, if you need to pause the video until you've wrote them all and you've got a bit more time, then pause the video now. But your board should look something like mine, so press play when you're ready. Okay. Right then, we're going to play a little game of splat. So when I call the word on your whiteboard, I want you to splat it and rub it out and wipe it clean. So you can splat with your hand, or if you're a bit like me and don't like getting your hand messy, you can have a bit of a tissue and splat it with the tissue to wipe it off. Okay, I'm going to do it on the board whilst I'm doing it with you as well. Okay, so I've got my pen ready to splat a word. So your first one, year 1, is go. Go. Can you find go? Splat it. Wipe it clean. Okay, so it should be this one. G, for go. Okay, can you find it on my whiteboard? Point at it for me. Okay, so it's there. So we're going to splat it and wipe it off. Okay, we've only got 4 left. The next one, I would like you to splat 2. What letters are in 2? Can you find it? I'm sure you can. Two. Have a look on my board. Where is 2? Point at it for me. And I'm going to splat it. 2. There we go. Okay, we've got 3 left. The next one is, and this time I'm going to ask you to circle it. So rather than splatting, I want you to get your pen and circle the word I call. It's a bit different this time. the, circle the. Have you found it? I'm sure you have. So t, h, e. Okay, can you find it on my board? Point to the word the, and I'm going to circle it. I'm sure you found it. It's there at the bottom, Luke. The. Okay, this time we're not splatting. We're not circling. I want you to cross. So when I call the word cross it out, I'd like you to find no. No. I'm sure you found it. No. No. Oh, cross it out. Can you see it on my board? Point at it for me. Is it at the top or is it in the middle? And we found it at the top, so cross it out and then shout out the last word, I. I. Okay, that's our last word there, Luke. I'm sure you did great with that year one. Well done. Rub out your board so it's nice and clean for our next task. Okay then. So we're going to have another practice now at forming the letter W or the letter W. Okay. So W is its letter name. Okay, so we're going to look at how the letter is formed. So we can see the video playing there. There we go. So let's watch it again. So we start on the line, up, down, up, and hook. Okay, let's do it one more time. Get your magic finger. Start on the line, up, and hook. Okay, let's do that on the whiteboard together then. So we start on the line, up, down, up, and hook. Can you do it with me? Start on the line, up, down, up, and hook. Okay, I'd like you to have a practice of your W's or your W's. So you can pause the video now and have a practice for me. I can't wait to see how you do. Okay. Okay, we've got a word on the screen now and we've got some pictures. So I'd like you to sound out the word and figure out which one is the matching picture and point to it for me. So we're going to give you a moment to sound out that word and then we'll sound it out together. Have you figured it out? Okay, let me get my phonics on. So I'm going to sound out each letter. So I've got W, ebb, W, ebb. Have you figured it out now? I'm sure you know. W, ebb, web, web. Point to the web. I'm going to circle it with my pen. It's there, Luke. The middle picture is the web. Well done if you figured that out. Okay, let's look at another one then. Okay, so have a go at this word, sounding it out for me and then pointing at the correct picture. Can you figure out what that word says? I'll give you a moment. Okay, I'll get my phonics on. Are we ready? W, et, w, et. Have you figured it out now? W, et, wet, wet. So it's the picture of the dog. Did you get that? I'm sure you did. Let's look at another one. Okay. Sounding that word out and then finding the matching picture. So it's another 3-letter word. Sound them out. Use your phonics arm and blend it together. Find me that picture. Okay. I'm sure you figured it out. Don't worry if you haven't. We're going to do it together. W-ig, 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 wig. Well done. It's the middle picture. So there's a penguin, and the penguin is wearing a wig. Okay, wig. Can you have a go at writing that on your whiteboard for me? Wig, wig. I know some of us have been struggling with our G's, so it will be good to practice. Wig, wig. Okay, if you need to pause the video, you can pause it so you've got more time to write. Wig, wig. Okay, let's look at another one. Can you work out what it says? I'll give you a moment. Let's do it together. W-ag, w-ag. Can you find the right picture? I'm sure you can. I'm going to put a circle around it. Wag, w-ag, wag. Okay then. Now I've got a new word for today. So these are all words we looked at yesterday. Let's look at a new one. Okay, so you've got a picture there. Can you work out what it says? So sounding it out. This time it's a 4-letter word. I'll give you a moment and then we'll do it together. We've got w, I, l. W, I, l. Have you worked it out? Will. Will. And the man is asking the lady, will you marry me? Okay, will. Because that's a new word, let's write it on our board. Putting our sound buttons on. So we've got w, and that makes one sound. So it's got one sound button at the bottom. Look, a circle. W, I, and that makes another sound. So we put another sound button on. W, I, and then we've got the sound. And we know two L's make a sound together. So they have a line underneath to show that it makes one sound. Will. Will. Okay, so if you need time to write that down, pause the video now and have a go. Will. Will. Okay, let's look at another new word then. Have a go at sounding it out and use the picture to help you. See if you can figure out what it says. So our new word. I'll give you a moment. Okay, let's do it together. So we've got w, a, l. W, a, l. Well. It's a well. Okay, let's have a go at writing that word because it's a new one. Let's do it together. So let's start off. The beginning sound, the starting sound is w. W. Write that on your board. W. Remember, start on the line. Up, down, up, and hook. Okay. Our next sound is e. E. So w, e. Okay. Put my sound button on because that makes another sound. W, e. And then we've got l. And we've got two L's to make the sound. Okay, and that has a line across because that makes the one sound well. Well. Okay, so if you need to pause the video, you have time to write it. Pause for me now. Okay, and on to the next activity. So on screen you have got 4 pictures. So your task today on your whiteboard, I'd like you to write me the numbers 1, 2, 4. Just like that. So going down your whiteboard or in your books, whatever you prefer, writing out the numbers 1 to 4. And next to each number, I'd like you to write me the word. Okay, see if you can remember and see if you can figure out what those words are. I'm sure you've got a great memory and you'll know what they are. So have a practice of those 4 words. Okay, and then you can pause the video whilst you do that, and then we've got 1 sentence to read together before we finish off for today. Okay. So you should have written your 4 words. I'm sure you've done amazing. Our last task is to read this sentence. So I'm going to give you a moment, or you can pause the video now to have a go at reading it to your adult. Okay, so if you've not quite finished, pause the video to finish off reading. Let's do it together. So I'm going to put some sound buttons on as we read. So we've got w, I, l, w, I, l, will. Oh, this is a word we can't sound out. You, will you, g, et, get. Will you get? And then we've got et, et, wet. Will you get wet? In, in, a. Oh, this is a new word today. Look at the picture. Can you figure out what it says? Will you get wet in a l? Well, will you get wet in a well? What do you think? I think so. Okay, so that is your phonics session for today. I can't wait to see how you get on, and I will see you tomorrow when we're doing a brand new sound.